Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to do a practice today that is about balancing our hormones, our emotions, our mood, our energy, because I know myself and a lot of people that I've spoken to as well have been feeling really erratic over the last few years. Like everything is really intensified. So mood swings are kind of like this rather than like, like that. So we're going to do some Kundalini based exercises that are about balancing right and left side of the motion. My words actually, that's another thing. My brain's not working properly either. Balancing right and left side of the body, so getting everything flowing from one side to the other and trying to bring ourselves into a state of balance, but also to allow ourselves to kind of release any kind of frustration and that we may be feeling, because I know I've been feeling frustrated, feeling like I'm going to burst into tears every 2 minutes. It's really not fun. I either want to feel like I'm going to burst into tears or punch someone's lights out, one or the other. So we're going to start off on the floor in Shavasana to start with. So take your legs least mat width apart, arms are out. Down beside you. I don't know if you can see that. I've got Felixy things. Oh, a hand there. That's to fuss me. Arms are out beside you, palms upwards, and move them away from the body. So don't have them too close to the body. Move them away. Once your shoulders can relax, and also so you've got room to move around the body. Now we're going to take 6 breaths. We're going to do 3 where we inhale through the nose and exhale, sighing out, making whatever sound comes out, basically, and just let it, don't overthink it. And we're going to do 3 Brahmari breaths, hummingbee breaths, where we, again, just feel the vibrations as you hum. And you can play around with the pitch, high and low and all that kind of thing. But to start with, just close your eyes, take your awareness inwards, and notice how you feel right this minute, without making yourself wrong. So the last couple of days, I've literally been feeling like I'm going to burst into tears every, couple of minutes or punch someone's lights out. And I was rude to someone yesterday, which really isn't like me. So acknowledge that. If that's how you're feeling, just acknowledge that. That's why we're here on the mat, to try and, to help ourselves get out of it. We're not here to beat ourselves up over it. We're here to try and balance ourselves out and get rid of any kind of toxic, negative, raw energy, to try and bring ourselves back to a state of neutrality, where we're neither high or low, we're just in a state of neutrality. So you can take those 3 breaths, sighing out, and really do just let any sound come out. And any movement, if you feel like doing any movement as well, then do so. It has been scientifically proven that sighing actually does help kind of like reset the nervous system. I'm doing itchy now because I've got fur all over me. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Then 3 Brahmari breaths, again just feeling the vibrations. Don't worry if your breath doesn't last as long as me, just go at your own pace. And you might say, try and vary the pitch. Notice how you feel after that. Then 2, connect right and left side of the body. Just bring your arms beside you legs in. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, take the right arm overhead, draw the left knee in towards your chest. If you haven't got a cat in the way, inhale, release, exhale, switch. Breathing in and out, breathing in and out through the nose. Try and go at quite a dynamic pace, pulling the belly button in towards your spine on that exhale. So this helps to balance and connect right and left sides of the body. So we want to be balanced between our masculine and feminine sides. So we should both have, or all have rather, masculine and feminine qualities. We need the energy to be balanced. If for whatever reason you need to go slower, just go a little bit slower. And if you start feeling like you want to give up, like, oh, I'm getting tired, what's the point? Just keep going a little bit longer. Relax for a second. Imagine completely relaxing everything, noticing how you're feeling after just those few minutes. And keeping everything else relaxed, raise your right leg up to about 45 degrees and just start to shake that leg out. Really shake it out. Now, a lot of things that we do, I know when I first started, even when I first started yoga, a lot of things and exercises I do now, I'd have been like, what the hell? What's that all about? You know, you tend to think of yoga as just being like tree pose and lotus and all that kind of stuff. But it's also about changing our energy. If we want to change the way we feel, we need to change what we do. We need to change our energy. So, for example, I tend to, and I know I'm not alone, when I'm, feeling a bit pissed off and depressed or whatever, I tend to kind of, go and eat junk food. But that also signals to the body that you are depressed. So if we want to feel different, we need to break the cycle and we need to do different things. So breathe as deeply as you can, even when you're starting to fatigue, especially if it's really challenging. It's probably because you really, really need it. I know you're like, oh God, don't tell me that, because it's hard. My leg feels like it weighs a ton, to be fair, right now. I really want to give up. I really do want to give up. I'm like, I can't do it. But just try and hang on for a few more seconds, and shaking it out, shake it, shake it, shake it. Breathe in and out, and inhale, tense all the muscles in that leg. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale, gently lower it down. Notice how that leg feels. Then raise both arms up and shake out the arms. Shake them out so vigorously. It's like you want to be bouncing along the floor. Imagine shaking off all those negative or toxic thoughts, feelings, emotions. Like I keep getting sucked into fear and I'm really fed up with it. All the stuff, people talking about the stuff the government's trying to do. Now they're on about trying to tax people even more because people have got loads of money, haven't they? People have got loads of fucking money to spare, just floating around, not doing anything. No, so the government wants to try and tax us even more. There's all these different things that kind of set me into fear, and I really don't like it. And I'm fed up with being afraid, I'm fed up with feeling emotional, so I really shake it off. So really kind of get angry, if that's how you feel. Get angry, just shake it up, shake it out, shake it, shake it, shake it. Then inhale, tense all the muscles in your arms, squeeze as tightly as you can. hold, 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 and slowly release. Then raise your left leg up to about 45 degrees and shake that leg out. Yeah, shake it out. So if it needs to, because sometimes anger can be helpful because it gives us more of an energy boost than, being depressed or whatever. We don't want to stay there, but sometimes we can use that kind of getting fired up to make changes. Because I know it's so easy to kind of get sucked into fear or sucked into anger or sucked into, lethargy, where we don't feel like doing things like, what's the point? What's it all about? What's the point? And that's really not a good place to be. I know that. Yeah, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And shaking up all the cells in your body. Dig deep. You can do it. Inhale, tense all the muscles in that leg. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And exhale gently. Release. And just notice how you feel. Let's do one humming deep breath here. Full deep breath in. This next one is probably going to frighten off the cats, but it's a great one for releasing any emotions you've been holding on to, even if you don't realise you've been holding on to them. So we're going to extend the legs up to the ceiling and just kind of let them hang here. And we're just going to beat the ground, just really beat the ground. Get as angry as you like. Nice deep breath in. And out you can do alternate. You can do both at the same time, whatever works for you. Draw your belly back in towards the spine. Release, hug the knees in. Notice how you're feeling. And breathe in, breathe out, bring your nose towards your knees. And see if you can rock and roll along your spine. Give yourself a bit of a massage. Then come up to sitting. Sit your hips back. Stretch your legs out as wide as you can. Now you can sit up on a block or a cushion. It's a great stretch for releasing anger as well because it stretches out the liver meridian and stretches out the life nerve, so the longest nerve in the body. So take a breath in as you breathe out. Just slide your hands towards your feet. Don't worry if you can't actually reach the feet. Imagine trying to bring your heart towards the floor for that stretch in your inner thighs. So inhaling, coming up. Exhale, slide the hands down. Try not to collapse through your ribs. So even if you only come here, that's absolutely okay. Try and keep a nice flat back. And if you can reach hold of your feet, imagine pulling the hands towards you to get an extra stretch. Inhale up. Exhale forward. In. And out. And if you can, hold on to your feet or even wrap your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Then hold on to your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pull yourself forward. Imagine squeezing all the air out as you come forward. You can even, if you want, do like a cannonball breath. Exhaling through an O-shaped mouth. Exhale all the way out. Hold, hold, hold. Then inhale, come all the way up. Bring your legs in, shake them out a little bit. Bring your feet to the floor, feet a little bit wider than hip width. Push forward onto your feet. Then tip forward into a hanging forward bend. Only do this next bit if you've got an empty stomach. So if you haven't eaten too much in the last hour or so. So we do belly pumps. So you're going to take a full breath in. Then breathe all the way out. Hold the breath out and pump the belly. So just pull it in as tightly as you can and relax it completely. So in, release as many times as you can with the breath held out. And when you need to, you can breathe all the way in, all the way empty. And again, pump the belly the whole time, keeping the upper body nice and relaxed. And after a while, you might start to be able to go a little quicker, and you might start to engage those pelvic floor muscles a little bit as you pump. Yeah, when you need to, full deep breath in and out. And holding the breath out, pumping the belly. Again, when you need to, inhale, exhale, hold the breath out and pump. And release. And bend your knees. Drop your hips down like a sumo squat. Bring the hands inside and try and hold on to the backs of your ankles. And when you can, drop the hips a little bit, lift up a little bit. So we go down and up. Breathe in and out. So you're doing like little bounces with your butt. Three, two, one. Inhale, bring the hands to shins, straighten the legs, look slightly forward. Soften the knees a little bit, take the arms out to the side, doing little circles with the arms. Keep circling. Inhale, come up, lean back a little bit. Exhale, come forward just halfway. So if you need to, keep that slight bend in the knees. If it hurts your back as you hinge back, then just come to an upright position. So this exercise helps to balance out your endocrine system, your hormones. Keep breathing, keep smiling. So as you come forward, stay here. Bring your hands back to your shins. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come back into that sumo squat. Bring your hands in, hold on to your ankles. So we go down a little bit, up a little bit. Breathing in and out, in and out. Three, 2, 1. Inhale, hands to shins. Lift up, halfway lift. Get the arms out to the side, backwards circles this time. Then inhaling up. Then hinge back slightly. Exhale, come forward into that flat back position. So you're scooping the arms backwards. And as you hinge back, squeeze your booty for that stretch across your womb area. And this time just come halfway, a little bit forward, palms facing down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, left hand to left foot. I'm trying to reach the other arm up. Inhale up. Exhale, switch. Inhale up. So as you come up, you're just coming from like part way up. Exhale, switch. If you can't quite reach the ankle, just hold on wherever you can reach. And focus on trying to stretch the other arm up to the ceiling. So this helps to realign your spine. Then come all the way up, bring your feet in, take the weight onto your right foot, use a wall if you need to. You're going to try and come into tree pose. Bring in either the foot right up onto the inner thigh, or if possible, bring your heel to the opposite hip. So don't be afraid to use the wall, don't be afraid to hold on to that foot and bring the other hand into a prayer position. If not, press your hip into your hand, hand into your hip. So don't be afraid to stand with your back against a wall. Find a point to focus on. Press down through the feet. Stretch up through the crown of the head. Long, deep breath in. Full breath out. Relax the shoulders. You might wobble a little bit as I am doing, and that's okay. Relax your jaw. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. And keep stretching up out of the waist, up out of the crown of the head. As you press into all four corners of the foot you're stood on. Try not to get flustered, because when we're out of balance mentally, we tend to struggle with our balance, which is why kind of paradoxically, balancing poses help bring us back into a state of balance, because we have to concentrate. So the trick is not to get yourself too flustered. So if you're not happy with the foot here, you can bring the foot right up onto the inner thigh, so you can hold it if you need to. Press your foot against your thigh, thigh against your foot. Just a couple more breaths. Keep stretching up out of the waist, keeping that gaze steady. And even if you need to touch down and start again, just keep touching down and starting again. Keep touching down and starting again. Keep touching down, starting again. Do whatever you need to do. And instead of giving up, which is our usual pattern, mine as well, just keep trying. And taking another breath in and out. And release that foot. Just take a breath in the middle. So quite often, if we can go past the point where we're getting flustered and annoyed, quite often you'll find that point where your mind begins to clear. So taking the weight onto the other side. Go bringing that foot up, either against the inner thigh. Again, you can stand against the wall because you are still balancing. Again, if you can, bring the foot to the opposite hip rather. It's not going to stay on this side again. You can kind of hold the foot there and press the knee down. Again, keep your eye gaze fixed on one point. And we often have one side that's a little bit more challenging than the other. So again, just smile. Smile so you're not getting frustrated. And remember, we're meant to be kind of constantly making little adjustments anyway. You know, you're not meant to just be solid, staying there, not moving. So even when we're still, we'll feel lots of little micro movements. So breathing fully, deeply, completely. Make sure you're not holding the breath. Breathing from roots to crown. Exhaling from crown to roots. So you can have a hand on the wall or chair, or even just knowing it's there will help you. Again, notice after a while, everything else starts to fade away and your mind starts to become clear. Whee! That's because my mind wandered a little bit. One more full breath in. And out. If that's a little bit wobbly like me, and then take another breath so you can kind of finish on a strong note, as it were. Smile, release that foot, shake the legs out a little bit. And taking the feet a little bit wider than hip width, push your hips forward. Stick the chest out, let the arms dangle, and just start to lift your head. If it will, go all the way back. If that feels okay, let it. If not, keep the chin tucked in and just breathe, almost like you're leaning back against something. So squeeze your booty, relax your arms, lean back into your own spine, into your own heart space. See if you can close your eyes. After the next exhale, slowly come up, keeping the legs straight, and just come halfway forward, but with the arms dangling, and just literally hang here. On your next exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands on or towards the floor. Turn your feet out slightly. Bend your knees even more and try and bring yourself down to sitting. Don't know if it doesn't quite look particularly elegant. Bring yourself into a sitting position using whatever you need to use. So finding a position for you. It's our last little exercise here. So use a chair if you need to. And bringing your right hand beside you, spread the fingers out, palm facing forward. Take the other arm out in front, palm down, and you're just going to, as if you're kind of like patting the air. And you're just going to breathe in and out. In through the nose, out through an O-shaped mouth. You're going to focus your eye gaze on the tip of your nose. So just kind of the eyes are like almost closed, but you're just focusing literally on the tip of your nose. Relax your shoulders. Feel that air. Feel your arm moving through the air. Now imagine your arm is made out of air itself. Full deep breath in and out. So you're not taking the hand too much higher than shoulder height. Try and relax the shoulder. And you probably will start to fatigue and you'll probably go, oh God, why are we doing this? Now what are we doing? Just focus on your movement, your breath. So when you start to fatigue, breathe even more deeply, even more dynamically. Remember, these kind of exercises, when we push past that point where we want to give up, that's when like the magic kind of happens. You know, when we give up, you know, we make a habit of giving up, and I do it as well. It's like, oh God, this is too hard. You know, I don't feel like it. And we always give up. And there's a little part of us that even if we not aware of it, that kind of like feels kind of ashamed, if you like, of ourselves, you know, and when we don't give up, we feel proud of ourselves. We're actually building our confidence muscles by not quitting, or at least if you get to that point where you're like, oh my God, I can't do any more, just see if you can do another breath, and then maybe see if you can do another breath, and maybe even one more. And even if you kind of like stop then, you've still done 3 more breaths after the point where you thought you couldn't do any more. When you finish your next exhale, switch sides. So bring the other arm in beside you and pat the air with your right arm. Your eye gaze focused on the tip of your nose. So it was like a child kind of patting a dog or something. The other arm, elbows kind of just gently tucked in beside you, stretching up through the crown of the head. Again, eye gaze on the tip of the nose. Use the breath. You can do it. And if you start to go, oh my God, I can't do this, think, I can, I must, I will. I can, I must, I will. I can, I must, I will. If you go, well, what for? What are we doing this for? Again, we're changing our energy. Changing our energy, releasing all the shit that we've been holding on to, that we don't want to feel. We want to feel better, we need to do different. We want to feel different, we need to do different, right? And it's the magic, I say, that happens afterwards. These exercises are about the body energetically, not about making some fancy Instagram picture. Try and relax the shoulder. So the arm is kind of straight, but there's a little bit of movement in it. Almost like a bamboo stalk. so it can bend, it doesn't break. After your next exhale, bring the elbows in. So they're just gently hugging you. Have the palms facing upwards, fingers squeezed together. Again, gazing, at the tip of your nose. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale. Really squeeze the breath out. So dynamic breath out. And elbows relaxed. Feel that energy in your hands. I always imagine holding like a rainbow. So imagine an arc from one hand to the other, or a rainbow, or just rainbow light or golden light that you can feel flowing from one hand to the other, going up and over your body. Really cannonball that breath out. And just shake out the arms and move them in really random directions. If you're kind of breaking up the energy, breaking up the space around you. So whenever we go through a repeated behavior, we're creating neural pathways in the body. So it can become a habit, as it has with me occasionally, to kind of fall into a state of fear or anxiety or whatever we might be feeling. So we need to break that habit. Why do you think we say the words break the habit? So it's imagine like a bit of, what's it called? Lime scale. We're trying to break it to make something new. So doing just random things that we've not done before literally kind of helps to break the habit. Because the brain suddenly has to go, what are we doing? What are we doing? Woo! 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 And then staying in your sitting position, bring your hands, palms upwards, thumb and index finger together. So we're going to do 3 sighing breaths, 3 Brahmari humming bee breaths. So soften or close your eyes. Just notice how you feel now compared to when we started. Full deep breath in. And 3 Brahmari breaths. Maybe bring your hand over your heart. So just above your heart space, one hand on top of the other. Again, feeling those vibrations. You can play around with the pitch if you wish. I'm going to try a who, H-U, who breath. Again, notice the vibrations as you do. I'm talking about vibration. It's not about whether you can sing or not. It's the feeling. It's like these chants. They kind of like flick a switch in our body. So we're going to do 3 of these, and we're going to do a so hum, and then 3 sat nams. So just follow along with me. Nice deep breath in. Bring your hand to your solar plexus, just below your rib cage. So So your hands a little bit lower. Nice deep breath in. Nam. Hands in Kian Mudra, 3 Oms. Remember, it's just about saying ah, but you gradually start to close your mouth. So breathe in. And without thinking, just laugh. feel now. The neighbours might think you're freaking lost the plot, but hey, I lost the plot ages ago. So notice how you feel right now. And if you feel called to, you can bring yourself back into Shavasana for a while. If not, take your time to come back into your day. You know, if you feel good, which hopefully you do, or feel better, which again, hopefully you do, even if you're not completely, yay, even if you feel better, please, I invite you to really sit and marinate in it as long as you can. You know, so it's, oh yeah, I feel better now, go off about your day. But really do, for as long as you can, just sit and enjoy the energy flowing more freely around your body. It's okay, you may not be cured, whatever, but enjoy it, embody it. You deserve it. You know, so I've been feeling, especially the last couple of days, literally bursting into tears over the most ridiculous things, sometimes no thing. And it is draining, it's tiring, it's, you know, it's not good. And I say my habit used to be to take drugs, used to be to binge on food. Now I tend to like stick my nose in a book and go to bed and try and shut out the world, but it doesn't really change anything. You know, it's just kind of like the problem or whatever is still there. It's just there when we go back to it. So we need to change what's going on inside so that we can feel better. And I say it may not be a miracle cure, but it's a step in the right direction. And we keep making steps in the right direction. So however you feel, even if it's only a fraction better, please stay as long as you can. The rest can wait. The housework can wait. Really kind of like feel and enjoy that state of, you know, feeling better, feeling light, even if you're just in a state of neutrality, which is kind of what we're aiming for, that state where you're neither high on life nor in the pits, you're just, you know, calm, that kind of calm, steady, you know, the feeling that you can take on whatever life throws at you, you can get through it, it's okay. That, you know, that's what we're aiming for. So please stay a while longer. I'm going to leave you here. Namaste. If you have any questions, any comments, please, I would love to hear from you, any experiences. So I would love to hear from you. But for now, I need to go. Much love. I feel better anyway, so I hope you do too.